Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of Armored Core 4 Answer. We are on the League path, or what I call paths A, B, and C. We are in Chapter 2. Chapter 1 ended with the defeat of the Spirit of Motherwell, the arms fort, from Bernard and Felix Foundation, BFF. And we've taken on a few more missions, and we're going to keep going through Chapter 2. Let's go! So, the next mission we're going to take is Defeat Unknown Next. Looks like our client is Algebra Corporation, and they're paying 600,000 credits.
Let's review your mission. The client is Algebra Corporation. Your objective is to eradicate the Next occupying the Richland Agricultural Plant. We don't have too many details on the target. We know it's not affiliated with the Collard, but it appears to be a two-legged heavy, a tough nut to crack. Of course, the client expects you to cooperate with other links for this operation. Overall battlefield strategy is up to you, but please, don't try to be a hero. You have allies. Use them. Briefing complete. This is an excellent opportunity to strengthen your relationship with the Algebra Corporation. It might open some doors, too.
Alright. Well, this seems like a pretty straightforward one-on-one next battle in an agricultural plant. And it looks like the enemy next is an irregular, because they're not affiliated with Collard in any way, shape, or form. Typical corporation, they want to play it safe. They want you to use a wingman. I don't. So let's get going. But let's review the wingmen that it is having available to us. First one, Fragile, piloted by Cube, an Aspina mercenary, a test subject for Aspina's latest technology. Remember, he is not primarily a mercenary. It takes 30%. Transcend, piloted by Empio, supporting company is Rosenthal, one length who has quickly risen in rank. I swear I can talk. His eagerness can lead to impatience, so be careful. He takes 40%. Savage Beast, piloted by Canis, an independent mercenary. He tends to talk big and is not very popular. However, his next is actually quite powerful. Takes 35%. So I'm going to choose no. And I do have my anti-next configured layout, or loadout. Yeah.
Commence mission. Destroy the unidentified Next. Don't be intimidated. He may be a bit skilled, but he's just another Lynx like yourself.
Whose peon is it this time? Perfect timing. I was getting tired of arms forts. Doomed to obscurity forever. What I deserve for not taking this more seriously.
Confirmed. Unidentified Next destroyed. Mission complete. It looks like you're improving out there.
Rank S, not too bad. That one was a lot easier than I would have expected. Especially since they build that pilot up so much with having the line, I was getting tired of fighting arms forts, because, you know, of course they've built up arms forts to be this big, terrifying opponent. Alright, let's keep going. I suppose that's also the benefit of having an anti-next configuration, is that it's specifically tuned to take down other nexts, so a one-on-one fight isn't really fair for them. Alright, so the next mission we're going to take is to defeat the arms fort Great Wall. It looks like we're being hired by Algebra, and they're paying 800,000 credits. So, since we're going up against an arms fort, the anti-next configuration isn't really going to do us any good. So I'm just going to switch back to my standard configuration. Alright, so let's see what Algebra has to tell us about Great Wall.
This is the mission. The client is Algebra. Your job will be to destroy GA America's main arms fort, Great Wall. Great Wall is one of the most powerful land weapons operating today. It's big and lumbering, but don't underestimate it. It comes with some serious firepower, armor, and load capacity. Your best bet will probably be to get inside and obliterate it from within. Destroy the large-scale hatch at the rear of the AF to gain entry. Once inside, target its power source and declaw the beast. That is all. This is an excellent chance to raise your profile within Algebra. It might be a good idea to take it.
Well, Great Wall seems like a very interesting opponent. Basically looks like it's a heavily armored, weaponized train. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Commence mission. Destroy the GA arms fort, Great Wall. First, infiltrate the arms fort from the rear.
Got giant frickin' Gatling guns sticking out the side.
Keep advancing towards its internal power source.
Room to maneuver and evade, but that works for them too.
What was that sound? Did it separate? It disengaged from the rear unit.
two guys just standing at the door. Go.
Enough. You've started a chain reaction. Get clear of the power unit. Confirmed. Arms Fort Great Wall has been destroyed. Mission successful. The most powerful land-based weapon. You handled yourself pretty well. Maybe I underestimated you.
Yeah, I'm pretty awesome. And I got a rank S on that. That's pretty I'm okay with that. Alright, so the next mission we're going to take is to defeat White Glint. Now this is one of the affirmations of your allegiance based on the path you choose. We've chosen the Collard path, or the League path, where we're aligning with the League of Ruling Companies, and the client for this mission is the League themselves. We know from the very first mission that Linarch is the anti-League is one of the anti-League organizations. So basically, you're choosing to defeat, and that White Glint, pardon me, is like one of their primary weapons. So you have the choice of defeating White Glint, which is taking away the major weapon of Linarch and enforcing the League's power, or defending Linarch from the League. So it's like you have to choose a side in this conflict. Now, since we've already decided that we're on the League path, we are going to defeat White Glint, which is a next. So I'm going to switch over to my anti-next configuration. Alright, and let's watch the briefing.
Here's your mission briefing. We want you to take out Linarch's strongest military asset, White Glint. White Glint is a rank 9 next, but it is considerably more powerful than its rank suggests. If it were otherwise, we wouldn't be asking for your assistance. White Glint is too much for a single next to take on. Therefore, we want you to work together with Stasis, a rank 1 next. White Glint is the backbone of the Linarch forces. Once out of the picture, their will be broken, and they will be unable to resist any further. This would immediately lift the threat to the cradles. We're readying as much firepower as possible for this operation. The rest will be up to you.
So this is one of those missions where they force you to take a wingman. You don't have a choice. You have a wingman whether you want it or not. But the wingman that they're sending with you is the #1 ranked Lynx. Whoa. So obviously they aren't playing around. Now, remember how I mentioned that Spirit of Motherwell was, I think, the 3rd hardest battle in the game? White Glint is, in my opinion, the 1st or 2nd. I kind of waffle on which one is 1st and which one is 2nd, but White Glint is one of them. There's a reason they send the #1 Lynx with you to do it. And it's the end of Chapter 2 only. Yeah, did I ever say that that From Software makes their games hard? Because they make their games hard. You may also recall that much of my next design is based off of White Glint. I have White Glint's legs, I have White Glint's arms, I have White Glint's core. I don't have White Glint's head because White Glint's head doesn't have built-in radar, so I use a different head instead. But I have the core, arms, and legs of White Glint, as well as, I should also note, in my anti-next configuration, my arm weapons, the rifles, which have primal armor piercing, like strong primal armor piercing capabilities, those are White Glint's weapons. There's a reason so much of it is similar to White Glint, because it's a good configuration. And now I have to fight it. Let's go.
This is the operator of White Glint. You are trespassing in line art territory. Pull back immediately, or we will respond with lethal force.
So it's Fiona Jarnefeld. What right have you to speak? You who brought down Anatolia.
It looks like you came to fight.
Commence mission. Take out the enemy next, White Glint. This battle is for rank 1. You can't go any higher. Show me what you can do.
You can fight, I'll give you that. All those fancy aerial maneuvers won't save you.
So a few things I feel I should explain here. White Glint is from Armored Core 4, to which this is a direct sequel, and was kind of a legendary next in Armored Core 4 as well. The operator is not the pilot. They are separate. The operator is like when my agent speaks about the and tells me commence mission. That's the operator. That's not me. So the operator of White Glint is not the pilot. It's never specified who the pilot is, but it's implied that it's the main character or the player character from Armored Core 4. The other thing, Anatolia, was a small settlement that ended up being completely destroyed as part of the result of the events of Armored Core 4 because of its strategic importance. So let's get going. As you may have noticed, White Glint is fast.
White Glint. All those silly legends. They die today. I've surpassed you, and now I'll prove it.
The male voice you're hearing is the rank 1 next, Otsdarva. Who is my wingman for this mission. So for the most part, for the first part of this battle here, Otsdarva and White Glint keep each other occupied.
You are the same as we once were. Think. What are you fighting for?
That was assault armor. White Glint tried to use assault armor on me. That wasn't very nice of White Glint. I mean, I guess to be fair, we are trying to kill it. You may wonder why I'm not using my Kojima missiles. There is a reason for it. And you will see. Come on, where are you, White Glint? Ah, there you are.
Main booster malfunction. Is that what you were aiming for? I've hit the water. Boosters won't engage. Hull breach. Damn it, I'm taking on water. No, I can't go down here. Not now.
Is he sinking into the ocean? Just like that? Unbelievable. Looks like it's one-on-one.
And that's why I was saving my Kojima missiles. So, that is a scripted event that happens when White Glint reaches 50% health. So now, I don't have Otstarva to distract White Glint from me.
Confirmed. White Glint has been destroyed. Mission complete. You're more than I dared hope for.
Hey, we got a rank S on that one. Sweet. So yeah, we just took on the most powerful next, like a legendary next, from both Armored Core 4 and Armored Core 4 Answer, even with backup from the #1 next. Though, this really does speak to the skill of White Glint's pilot, as well as the power of White Glint. Now, White Glint didn't even really have to bother with Otstarva, it just took out the boosters, and then Otstarva sank into the ocean. So yeah, when both White Glint and Otstarva engage their overboost and go out of the map, you can't follow them, otherwise it's mission over, because you're leaving the mission area. That's just so White Glint can kill Otstarva.
Lynarch's White Glint was defeated, and Kallard's top-ranked Lynx, Otstarva, went down into the ocean. After the intense battle between the Cradle's greatest Lynx, only one remained. Lynarch had lost its greatest military asset. The Cradles entered a period of stability, or so everyone believed. Behind the scenes, the League prepared for a new, more violent phase of the war. At that moment, despite the period of calm, the gears of a sinister plan had begun to turn.
So, you get a little bit of a glimpse into Orca there. Once again, those little aside things where you get like the conversations between Lynx pilots, you don't get that your first playthrough. You only get that once you've already beaten the game and you're playing through it again. Orca is a secret organization which obviously has an ulterior, like a secret plan, which they called the Closed Plan. And you'll begin to understand more and more what that is as the game progresses. Now, in this playthrough, we are on the League path, which means we are siding with the League against Orca. If the first branch-off point, a few episodes back, you chose the other path. You would be siding with Orca against the League. So, just kind of as a glimpse as to what you get if you decide to choose the other paths that I've laid out for you. I am going to fit another episode into, or another mission into this episode, which is going to be defeat the 8th Fleet, which is paid a commission, apparently. Now, because it's a fleet and not a next, I'm going to switch back to my standard next loadout. And it looks like it's the Interior Union hiring us for this one. Let's see what they have to say.
Mission briefing begin. Your target is the BFF 8th Fleet, currently deployed in the Northwest Sea. The Union has committed the arms fort Stigro to this mission. You will rendezvous with the Stigro and destroy all targets. The 8th Fleet has been picked apart by repeated battles. If we strike now, you and the Stigro should be able to wipe out the remnants. That's the mission. The Union has been impressed with your performance thus far. We hope you can take this on.
Alright, let's get going.
Commence mission. Destroy the BFF 8th Fleet. For this operation, you're paid in proportion to the number of mission targets you eliminate. Stigro's on your side, but it's also your competition. Show them that you're better than some simple piece of hardware.
Not often that you get to work with an arms fort, but it also means that since it's going for the same kills I am, I have to be that much more on top of things and faster.
Half of the 8th Fleet has been destroyed. Nice. You're moving at a good pace. We're coming up on a nice payday. Almost completely destroyed. Just a few more.
Stigro's an interesting arms fort because A, it's fast, and basically it can just continuously ram something. Because as you may have noticed, there's a giant laser blade along its front edge.
Mission complete. You're figuring out how to pilot that thing, huh? You showed them how it's done.
Catch a ride on Stigro. Okay, not bad. Alright, well I'm going to call an end to the episode there. You know the drill, click over there and join me next time as we continue down this path of Armored Core for Answer. See you there.